live.
You can give me $10, like I'll charge you.
$10 to get me home on my cycle.
Yeah, $10 might be able to fold tonight.
Anyway, I have trees. I gotta get home.
Yeah.
We got another coat put over this. So. The Vikings show, so I'll be.
Well, Reese, I think.
Okay. Oh, you got it all. Oh, don't live. You want to talk with me live? I'll put you in here in a minute. What? Wait, please. Why not? Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let me do a thing though. Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to today's education-based Indiana High School Athletic Association Varsity Boys Baseball. This radio coverage is made possible through audiosportsonline.net. That's ASO. That's Rob Kendall. You can see Rob Kendall. You can hear him. Listen in weekday mornings, 9 to noon. Just go to Rob Kendall Show. Again, that's Rob Kendall Show. You'll enjoy Rob Kendall. We'll mention this game here. You're going to start a little bit behind the schedule. It was supposed to start at 6 o'clock. Tonight, it's going to be Southport Cardinals, as they visit Central Catholic Knights. The lights are already on. They're grooming the field right now. Both teams have had infield, outfield practice at Southport. They're getting ready in the bullpen over there. We'll mention a little bit about each school. But first, we're going to talk with Eric. We're going to talk with Eric right here. He is the pitcher's dad. It's Gus Sandberg going to pitch today. Eric, it's always great to see you, sir.
Well, good seeing you, AJ.
I tell you what, pretty windy day, but no rain today.
That's right. We lucked out, got a game in between rain, so it should be pretty fun.
Hey, I'm your son. He's a senior this year. Does it seem like he can be?
No, it went really quick the last 4 years, and tomorrow night is graduation, and it'll be a fun night.
So he's going to walk across the stage. Is there anybody that you know of that might walk across the stage and just get handed basically a blank piece of paper?
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, we hope not. That did happen at Hamilton Heights. About 3 or 4 people did go across the stage, and I'm lucky to get the real paper.
Yeah, I hope Gus gets the real paper tomorrow too.
Yeah, I remember when he was a freshman. He pitched for Coach Bourdonnais as a freshman. He walked right up the ladder. He's going to start tonight versus the Southport Cardinals.
Yeah, he's going to start tonight, and it's been fun watching him through these last 4 years, and I hope it goes well.
His batting is climbing. He's the 4-hitter. He got the very first triple of the season. That was game 1 at Bishop Chatard. I think he scored 2 runs or 3. Bases were loaded when he hit that triple.
Yeah, that was. I unfortunately wasn't able to attend the game, but yeah, I got the report, and I was glad he got that triple. I think it made his night.
I tell you what, he's a nice young man. You've raised him nicely. Does he have any other siblings?
No, he's an only child, and yeah, he's been a pleasure.
He's as nice as dad is. I tell you what, you still driving a school bus once in a while?
Every once in a while, I'll help out and drive the teams here and there, but generally not working for the county now.
I tell you what, if they didn't have you to drive the school bus, though, they needed you desperately.
Yeah, they were a little short there a couple of years ago, so I was able to step in and help out a bit.
So they're getting ready to go here. I thank you for talking with us. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Thanks, AJ. It's always good seeing you, and looking forward to hearing you tonight.
Thank you very much. So they're getting ready for some baseball here. The umpires are already behind home plate. The home plate umpire going to wear the dark blue. We'll call it a jersey because it's not an over jacket. He's going to wear the blue long sleeve. And I think a little bit of a milder over jacket for the middle infield umpire, the A position, the C position. They're going to have 2 umpires on the surface. And then they're going to announce the starting lineups. We'll talk about both schools here in just a bit. We'll mention starting lineups for tonight's game. First, going to bat first, that's the Southport Cardinals. Southport Cardinals, we'll mention their batting order and positions. Batting first, that's going to be number 4, Riley Matlock. He'll do the catching. Batting second, number 15, Adam Watson. He will be the pitcher. Batting third, number 27, Dylan Piercy. He'll play third base. Batting fourth, number 24, Tristan Dudas. I believe he is the coach's son. He'll play first base and he'll bat fourth. Wearing number 8, he'll bat fifth. That's Robert Ludlow. He'll play center field. Batting 6, number 1, Colin Matlock. He'll play shortstop. Batting 7th, number 3, T.J. Duncan. He'll play right field. Batting 8, number 17, Jack Cochran. He'll be the DH. He will give way to defensive player. He'll wear number 13, second baseman. That's Aiden Winland. And batting 9th, number 2, Mason Owens. He'll play left field. So that's how they line up for Southport. The Knights are already assembled. We're going to have our national anthem. We'll talk about the Knights here in just a moment. Their starting lineup. Baseball here on a Thursday. Knights are going to have the day off tomorrow. They'll play again on Saturday. And that game will be a big game. It'll be at Logansport again. 8 days earlier they were there. But they'll play another home game. We're going to set this down for opening prayer and national anthem. I'll be down to see if you that last week. Keep your eye always fixed on you. Helping with your security, strong athletes, and an example is important. Helping with just and fair in all their endeavors, give them the strength and strength in your own. Yes, it's impressional. What's our national anthem? And then we'll mention the Southport Cardinals going to wear the red jerseys and the white pants. Central Catholic Knights going to wear the navy jerseys and the white pants. So the Knights getting assembled on the surface right there, getting ready for the top of the first inning. We'll mention around the diamond for Central Catholic. Doing the pitching today is Gus Sandberg. Gus Sandberg will be the pitcher and the DH. He wears number 30. Gus Sandberg, we'll talk about him on the season so far. He's got 32 innings under his belt. He's got an ERA of 2.625. This is game appearance number 9. This is start number 4. He has faced 134 batters. He has thrown a total of 444 pitches. He's got a win-loss record of 2 wins, 1 loss. He's given up 22 hits. He's given up 14 runs. 12 of those runs were earned. He has walked 11 batters. He has struck out 23 batters. 7 of those batters went down looking. And he has hit 5 batters along the way. We're talking about hit by pitches. I was looking at these notes when I was writing these down. I thought, wow, Isaiah Hopkins, he's been hit by pitch 9 times on the season. And they've got 2 guys. One's been hit 10 times. The other guy's been hit 13 times. We'll mention around the diamond, playing first base, number 21, Caden Keller. Playing second base for the Knights, number 11, Mikey Stapleton. Playing shortstop for the Knights, number 3, L.J. Whitford. Playing third base, number 12, Alex Schumer. Playing left field, number 41, Brennan Van Kirk. Playing center field, number 2, Coy Dick. Playing right field, number 5, Colton Minnick. We're getting warmed up. Get some final warm-up tosses right there. Gus Sandberg, senior class member. I'm going to throw one down. We're getting ready to start. 6:23 on the wristwatch. T-Mobile wristwatch. You're listening to this game through T-Mobile. So get ready to step in. The Knights adjourn from the pitcher's rubber. Put the ball in the hand of Gus Sandberg. Stepping in the back for Southport, the Cardinals. Where's number 4? That's Riley Matlock. Yes, we remember Matlock, Andy Griffith. First pitch of the ball game. Outside of ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Right-handed batter, Riley Matlock. Straightaway stance. Now he'll open it up a little bit. Here comes the second pitch. Breaking pitch just above the zone, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 foot on the rubber, 1 foot off. Here comes the wind from Sandberg. Swung on, he's going to pop it up on the infield. It's going to be called for by the third baseman, Alex Schumer. Schumer steps in about 15 feet in front of the third base bag, right there on the foul line. It's a fair ball caught for out number one. So one out here in the top of the first. Next batter going to step in for Southport. The two-hitter, number 15, Adam Watson. He will do the pitching for the Southport Cardinals, another right-handed batter. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Breaking pitch above the zone, ball one. One ball, no strikes, one out. Top of the first inning. Southport and Central Catholic. Here comes the pitch. Sexy swing. It's a called strike, inside edge. One ball, one strike. Adam Watson. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Swung on. He's going to pop it up on the infield. Can be called for. It's going to be a foul ball about the catcher's position. And the ball was swirling. Isaiah Hopkins called it. But the wind is blowing. It's blowing in from right field. That's not very much of a common occurrence, but it is today. So that ball swirled around. Adam Watson has new life in the batter's box. One ball, two strikes. 1-2 count. He'll step in. Right-handed batter. Peering in, looking at signal. Out of the windup. Should say out of the wind there. Gus Sandberg. Gloves right in front of the chin. Gets the signal. Here comes the wind. Is the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, foul tip in the glove. Caught Isaiah Hopkins. Throws it to first base. They throw it around. There are two outs here in the top of the first inning. Stepping into bat, Southport Cardinals. Bats in the third position, number 27, Dylan Piercy is the third baseman, another right-handed batter. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Swung on, swing and a miss. So no balls, one strike. Early going. Top of the first inning. Central Catholic hosting Southport. And pretty nice of these two teams to get together in such short a time. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes 0-2. No balls, two strikes. Might be the first time Southport has played. I heard Mr. Brian Robbins bring that up down below. Foul ball. We're going to go back to the wall. Just stay in the box. 0-2 count. 27, Dylan Piercy, third baseman. Hearing in, looking at signals. Out of the windup. Here comes the pitch. Sandberg. Swing and a miss. They'll strike him out. He'll go down swinging, and that's going to complete the top of the first inning. So no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. After one half inning, Southport 0. Central Catholic going to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Go around the diamond right here with the Southport Cardinals. Southport Cardinals, their pitcher, as mentioned, Adam Watson. Adam Watson will mention on the season. He's got an ERA of 4.46. He's pitched 26 and 2/3 innings. He has had some recent outings right here recently, and we'll mention he's got 2 wins. He's got 3 losses. This is appearance number 9 on the season. He's given up 23 hits. He's given up 26 runs. 10 of those runs were earned. He has walked 21 batters. He has struck out 36 batters. He has faced 136 batters. He's thrown a total of 533 pitches, and he's hit 3 batters along the way. So we'll mention around the diamond, his catcher is Riley Matlock, wears number 4. At first base, number 24, Tristan Dudas. At second base, number 13, Aiden Quinlan. The shortstop, number 1, Colin Matlock. They are brothers, I'm pretty sure. They're just 1 year apart. And we'll mention at third base, Dylan Piercy, wears number 27. In left field, number 2, Mason Owens. In center field, number 8, Robert Ludlow. And in right field, number 3, T.J. Duncan. So we'll also mention the designated hitter is Jack Cochran. Jack Cochran, he wears number 17. He'll bat in the 8th spot. Playing defensively for him is the second baseman, number 13, Aiden Quinlan. So they're getting warmed up right there. I saw a good breaking pitch right there from Adam Watson. We're going to throw one down to second base as we listen to some Lover Boy, and Mr. Reno himself. So whether a band from the 80s takes you back, everybody's working for the weekend. That's pretty true. Tomorrow we're going to basically almost start the weekend. I didn't know it. Eric Sandberg was letting me know that graduation is tomorrow to Central Catholic. That is a special occurrence. For the Knights, going to step in. Central Catholic going to bat number one, one hitter, number 34, Isaiah Hopkins. He is the catcher. Both catchers in this game lead off. First batter in the lineup for both teams. So we're going to have a windup. Pretty much the same windup. Here comes the pitch. Adam Watson. Strike called, outside edge. Pretty much the same windup as Gus Sander. 1 foot on, 1 foot off. Kieran right there with the glove at the chin, looking at signals. Here comes the wind. Here comes the second pitch. You're going to take it to center field. It's actually, the wind's going to hold it up. It's going to be shorter than I thought. It's going to be caught by the shortstop on the infield grass. That wind holding the ball up. There's one out here in the bottom of the first inning. So the next batter for the Central Catholic going to be number 2, the 2-hitter, Coy Gick, center fielder. Step in, straightaway stance. Working from the windup, Adam Watson. You're in looking at signals. Long gear. Still, wind-up situation right there, 2 feet on the rubber. Long gear. Here comes the first pitch to Coy Gick. Above the zone, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Infield, playing regular depth straight away. Outfield, just the same. So working out the windup, here comes the second pitch to Gick. Strike called right below the kneecaps, inside half. So I believe it's a 1-1 count. We'll double check here. Here and in, looking at signals. Here comes the pitch from Watson. Nice breaking pitch in there for a strike. So 2 strikes. Scoreboard says 2-2. We'll go with that. Here and in, looking at signals. 2-2 count. 1 out. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch. Didn't get enough break there inside a ball. Now it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Coy Gick, 2-hitter, facing Adam Watson, pitcher for the Cardinals. Here comes the pitch. Outside a ball. 2 count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. On deck for the Knights is Alex Schumer. Here and in, looking at signals. Out of the windup. Pretty tall young man, I can tell. Adam Watson. Here comes the 3-2. Swung on and take it to left center. Going to move to his right, center fielder. Going to make the catch. That's Robert Ludlow. Robert Ludlow records the out. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. So the Knights are going to step in, 3-hitter. Number 12, Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer, third baseman for the Knights. Left-handed batter, also a senior class member. So he steps in, a little bit of an open stance, left-handed batter's box. No hits thus far in this game. 6th batter in the ball game so far right here. Here comes a pitch from Watson. Backdoor curveball, misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Schumer. Here and in, looking at signals, Adam Watson. Pitcher for the Cardinals. Here comes a pitch. This comes inside, a ball. Just missed. Third base, Dylan Piercy. He was playing up on the lip of the grass there for a moment. He's going to back up behind the bag now, halfway out in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. Inside edge, strike called. Right-handed pitcher. About a 10 o'clock arm slot, more like an 11 o'clock arm slot. That one went diagonal across the plate. Got the dish. 2-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball. Going to be a shot between shortstop and third base, giving it a good laying out for it. Couldn't get it. That was Dylan Piercy, third baseman. And Alex Schumer picks up the first hit in the ball game. Schumer's at first base, stepping into bat for the Knights. Going to be the four-hitter, number 30, Gus Sandberg. Gus Sandberg have a little conversation right there with Coach Bourdonnais. So they'll talk with each other. Not much, just a little bit. Break up now. And a right-handed batter going to step in, number 30, Gus Sandberg. Runner at first base for the Knights with a base hit. He went the other way with it. Is Alex Schumer. 2 outs. Out of a set position. Here comes the pitch. Outside, short hops the glove. Alex Schumer just does get back. That's a pretty nice snap throw from catcher Riley Matlock. In a heartbeat, he's got a good cannon. So 1 ball, no strikes. Straightaway stance. Gus Sandberg pickoff move from Watson. Nonchalant tag. The throw was good. It's about a B-plus move. Back safely. Is Alex Schumer. You get a lead again as Adam Watson is in the rubber. Out of a set position. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, ground ball foul out in front of the Southport third base dugout. Knights occupying the first base dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Number at first base for the Knights is Alex Schumer. Working out a stretch. Adam Watson. Hit the signals. Now the set position. Here comes the pitch. Going to call a balk. They're going to call a balk. I don't know if that was a non-pause. That looked like a discernible pause to me. But that might be the call. Nobody complaining. 1 ball, 1 strike. Alex Schumer. He goes over to second base. Some timing play on here for the umpires with 2 outs. Peering in, looking at signals. Adam Watson. Alicette, he'll check second base. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Going to be a foul ball. Foul ball, and then goes left to third base. Out near the bullpen area. Then he'll step back in. That's Gus Sandberg. Right-handed batter. That's in the 4 spot. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second base for the Knights is Alex Schumer. Out of the set, Adam Watson. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, going to get him on the shoulder. Got him in that right-handed batter's box. He was throwing a breaking pitch, didn't get the break. And Gus Sandberg at first base now. And we'll mention Gus Sandberg on the season. Picks up hit by pitch number 4. Sandberg is at first base. Running from a stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 1. In the batter's box for the Knights, number 11, Mikey Stapleton. Mikey Stapleton bounced 1 over and hit 1 over down the left field line Saturday at Cecina. Out of the set position, checks second base. Here comes the pitch. Outside edge, strike call. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Knights have 2 aboard. Base hit at second base, it's Alex Schumer. And hit by pitch at first base is Gus Sandberg. Out of the set, checks second base. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, called strike. Breaking pitch, got the dish and then broke away. Count goes 1-2 to Mikey Stapleton. Peering in, looking at signals. Adam Watson. Out of the set, he'll check second base. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, he'll foul this one. Right side, out of play. It's in that box with the 1-2 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. They play him in center field to push the ball. Center field to right side of second base. Right-handed batter, Mikey Stapleton. Also a senior class member. Out of the set. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Breaking pitch. He ducked for that one, or he would have been hit by pitch. Now goes 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 aboard. Bottom of the first inning. On deck for the Knights, Caden Teller. Alicette checks second base. Here comes the pitch. Going to take a shot to left field. It's going to bounce in. Going to bring in a run from second base. Schumer will score the run. It's going to be an RBI single off the bat of Mikey Stapleton. So Knights still have two aboard, first and second base. With two outs, Caden Keller going to step in. Left-handed batter. Caden Keller. Where's number 21? He's playing first base in today's ball game. Two aboard, first and second. We're going to have a stretch. Now the set. Adam Watson. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, we fouled back, out of play. No balls, one strike to Caden Keller. So we'll step back in. The left-handed batter. Caden Keller, also a pitcher for the Knights. Here and in, looking at signals. Out of set position, check second base. Adam Watson, here's the pitch. Inside half, strike call with a fastball. Count goes 0-2. No balls, two strikes to Caden Keller. Got that open stance. We're going to have a set. Check second base. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, you'll pop this one back, out of play. Giving it a good look was Riley Matlock, the catcher for the Southport Cardinals. Southport Cardinals, Coach Bournet let me know that they share a diamond. They got a new diamond in Indianapolis. They share that diamond with Perry Meridian. It's a turf field, and the Knights will be there on Tuesday to play Perry Meridian. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, swinging a miss. So he'll go down swinging. The Knights pick up one run in the bottom of the first inning. They leave two on base at the end of one complete. Southport and LCC is the Knights 1, the Cardinals 0. And we'll mention a little bit about the Southport Cardinals. We'll mention Southport High School was founded in 1894. They have a school enrollment of 2,368. I will mention they played yesterday. They had a 5:30 game with Triton Central. It was at Southport, so it was played at Holder Field. Holder Field, that's the name of their shared complex right there. And Southport got the win over Triton Central in a non-conference game. Southport Cardinals are Class 4A sectional number 12. There are 6 in their sectional. Their sectional will be played at Center Grove High School. Game 1 will be Decatur Central and Center Grove. That'll happen on Wednesday, the 27th of May, a 5 o'clock game. And then also that evening, it'll be Franklin Central and Mooresville. That'll be a 7:30 contest on the 27th. The two winners will come back and they'll play on Saturday, May the 30th at 5 p.m. And then we'll also mention on Saturday, Perry Meridian and Southport. They both drew the bye. Their semifinal game will be Saturday. That's the 30th of May. That'll be a 7:30 contest. And then the championship game will happen on Monday, June the 1st. It'll start at 6 o'clock. Finish some more of Southport Cardinal information in a moment. Stepping in, Southport Cardinals, the 4-hitter, number 24, Tristan Dudas is the first baseman. First pitch, low and outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Working from the windup. Here comes the wind and the pitch from Sandberg. Swung on, ground ball, second base. Mikey Stapleton throws next door, gets the put out. With Caden Keller, there's 1 out at the top of the second inning. So stepping in for Southport, the Cardinals, going to be the 5-hitter. Number 8, Robert Ludlow. He made the catch in center field. The bottom of the first. He'll step in, right-handed batter's box. Working from the windup. Here comes the wind. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, going to take that to center field. It's going to move Coy Dick backwards. He gives it a try, and he makes the catch. He slides forward, catches it over the right shoulder as he was veering deep and to his left. Coy Dick made the catch. That was an ESPN catch. So with 2 outs, Stepping in, Southport Cardinals. 6-hitter number 1, Colin Matlock. Shortstop. Probably the toughest thing to do was be a center fielder and find the ball off the bat when it's pretty much coming straight at you. The trajectory, hard to gauge. It can be a bunt, 2-out bunt opportunity. He takes it. Foul ball, third baseline. So number 1, Colin Matlock, shortstop, has some wheels. So no balls, 1 strike. So nothing going on here tonight, pretty much, than this baseball game. There is a softball game way in the distance. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Breaking pitch misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Step back in. Working from the windup, Gus Sandberg. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swung on to take it to center field. Coy Gick going to back up, move a little bit to his left and make the catch. A little bit easier catch there than the previous. And the Knights get out of the inning. Southport Cardinals come up with no hits, no runs, nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. After 1.5, Central Catholic 1, Southport 0. And we'll mention Southport Cardinals. Their principal is Mrs. Amy Boone. The athletic director is Mr. Tony Harris. The assistant athletic director is Mr. Brian Harbin. Southport High School is located at 971 East Banta Road, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46227. You can dial them by phone at 317-789-4800. On the web, it's Southport Cardinals, plural.com. They wear the colors cardinal red and white. They perform in Conference Indiana. That's Conference Indiana. They have 6 members, and they are Bloomington South Panthers, Bloomington North Cougars, Terre Haute North Vigo, that's the Patriots, Columbus North, the Bulldogs, Terre Haute South Vigo, the Braves, and Southport Cardinals. And we'll also mention Southport Cardinals are currently 11 wins, 11 losses on the season. Their head coach is Brendan Dudas. And the next game on their agenda is going to happen Saturday. After tonight, it'll be Saturday, 10 o'clock game. Southport will be at North Central to do battle with the Panthers. And then they'll have a Tuesday game at 5:30. That's the 26th of May. Southport will be at Eastern Hancock. And as you know, Class 4A, sectional number 12, Southport will be the home team against Perry Meridian. That's Saturday the 30th at 7:30. Stepping into bat for the Knights. Number 5, Colton Minnick, right-handed batter spots. Here comes a wind and the pitch from Watson. Outside edge called strike. So no balls, 1 strike. Colton Minnick stepping back in. 1 foot on, 1 foot off. Here comes the wind from Adam Watson. Here's the pitch. Outside of ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here it is, looking at signals. That wind's blowing. Hope this wind's not hit the transmitter too bad. Here comes the pitch. Pitch comes in just above the zone. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. On deck, the Central Catholic number 3, L.J. Whitford, shortstop. Here comes a wind. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. Swung on, swing and a miss. Count goes even at 2-2. Knights' first batter here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Knights got 1 run in the bottom of the 1st. Looking out the windup. Here and in, looking over the glove, looking at signals. Here comes a 2-2. Swung on, going to pop it overhead, going to go out of play. 2 balls, 2 strike. Just step back in. Colton Minnick. Colton Minnick playing right field for the Knights. Here and in, looking at single. Looking out the windup. Adam Watson. Here comes the wind. Here comes the 2-2. Above the zone, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Colton Minnick, he has 1 base on balls thus far this season. Now the windup. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball, shortstop, fielded by Colin Matlock. The throw across the diamond. High throw brought Tristan Dudas off the bag, but he came back down on the bag in time. There's one out. So Knight's going to send to the plate number 3, the 8 hitter, L.J. Whitford. He plays shortstop, right-handed batter. They play the walk-up music, country flavor. So second batter for the Knights here in the bottom of the second inning. Working out the windup, Adam Watson. Here comes first pitch to Whitford. Outside half, strike called. No balls, one strike. Here and in, looking at signals. Adam Watson. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Going to foul this one right side out of play. Adam Watson is a member of the junior class. As mentioned, he's a pretty tall young man, at least from here. Kind of lanky, a good build for a pitcher. No balls, 2 strikes to L.J. Whitford. Working out the windup, here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, right side. So we'll stay in the box with that 0-2 count. So no balls, 2 strikes. Here and in, looking at signals. Right-handed batter, L.J. Whitford. Shortstop. Here comes the wind. Here comes the 0-2. Going to take one and poke it to right field. Went with it, dropped it in. A line drive base hit about 60 to 80 feet out on the grass. Picked up in right field by T.J. Duncan. And a nice at-bat for L.J. Whitford. Gets himself aboard with a base hit. So Knight's going to send to the plate the 9 hitter, number 41. That's Brennan Van Kirk. Brennan Van Kirk, looking at signals. Coach coordinate. He'll step back in. He'll step in first time in today's ballgame. Looking from the stretch. Adam Watson looks at first base out of the stretch. He's still in the stretch at the signal. Now the set position. First pitch to Brennan. The base hit between third base and shortstop. Dylan Piercy was in on the lip of the grass, and that ball got by him in a hurry. Less of a chance. So Brennan Van Kirk gets himself aboard with the base hit. The Knights have 2 runners on base. Brennan Van Kirk at first, L.J. Whitford at second. And getting ready to step in is going to be the catcher. 1 hitter for the Knights, 34, Isaiah Hopkins. Isaiah Hopkins on the season. He played in all 24 games, 86 plate appearances, 62 at bats. He's batting .387 in that right-handed batter's box. He has a .541 on base percentage. And 24 hits on the season. So 2 aboard for the Knights. Peering in, looking at signals. Adam Watson. Out of set position. Checks second base. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch. Got the pitch. Broke away. Nice placement with that breaking pitch by Adam Watson. No balls, 1 strike. Runners at first and second base. L.J. Whitford has the crooked lead there at second base, angled off the bag. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, full swing, ground ball. It's going to be a base hit. It's going to be on the infield. Trying to play that slow roller. It was going towards shortstop, but it was a slow roller. Shortstop wasn't going to get it. That would have been Colin Matlock. Adam Watson tried to glove it with just 1 hand. It went without the glove. Bounced up, couldn't get it. So it was a base hit, infield hit by Isaiah Hopkins, and the Knights are aboard with 3 base hits. Here and in, looking at signals out of the windup. In the batter's box, number 2, Coy Gick. Here comes a pitch. Breaking pitch above the zone, ball 1. Coy Gick has played in 22 games. This is 23. 55 plate appearances, 43 at bats. He's batting .302. .380 on base percentage. 13 hits, 9 singles. He has 4 doubles. Here comes a pitch. Outside of ball is breaking pitch. The wind kind of got that one, helped the break to be a little bit more of a break that he probably wanted. 2 balls, no strikes. Knights batting in the bottom of the second inning. Knights have bases loaded. There's there's 1 out on the diamond. Another windup. Comes a 2-0 pitch. It comes in high. And ball 3. 3-0 count. Coy Dick. Riley Matlock going to jog out. Talk with Adam Watson, pitcher. Riley Matlock, a member of the senior class. So look at the conversation there. Pat on the back and the jog back. So a 3-0 count, just 1 out. Bottom of the second inning. They have 1 run in, but that was in the first inning. They got 3 aboard right now. Southport Cardinals would like to strand all 3. Working out a windup. Looking over the glove. Here comes a 3-0 pitch to Coy Dick. Outside ball 4. So L.J. Whitford's going to be forced in to home plate. He'll score the run. And there's 1 run in here in the bottom of the second inning. Base is still loaded. Stepping into bat for the Knights, 3-hitter number 12, Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer, he's played in all 24 games, 90 plate appearances, 66 at bats. He's batting .379 in that left-handed batter's box. Here comes the wind. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch, well placed. Strike called. Alex Schumer is on base percentage at .517. He's second place on the team in total hits with 25. Here and in, looking over the glove from the windup. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Tried to check his swing. They're going to look and they're going to say he didn't go. They're going to say he didn't go. Checked his swing. Position umpire, pretty good position to call a left-handed check. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here and in, looking at sig. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, ground ball, second base. Aiden Quinlan, he'll go to second. They'll go back to first. Safe at first. Alex Schumer beats that one out. He knew when he hit a ground ball, that was his job, to beat the ball to first base. So they get the second out. Knights score a second run here in the bottom of the second inning. So Knights have 2 aboard, first and third base. Stepping out in front of the plate is Riley Matlock for the Cardinals, giving some signals to his infield. She's stepping in. Number 4 hitter, that's 30. Number 30, Gus Sandberg. Working from the stretch, now a set position. Adam Watson, here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Gus Sandberg, he's played in 22 games. He got 72 plate appearances, 64 at-bats. He's batting .266. That right-handed batter's box at .347 on base percentage. 17 hits, 11 singles, 5 doubles. And the first triple of the season, game 1. Here comes the pitch. Outside edge, strike called. Fastball. Count goes 1-1 to Sandberg. 1 foot in the box, 1 foot out. Signals given by Coach Bourdonnais. Runners on the corners. 2 outs. Here and in, looking at signal. See if Alex Schumer is on his horse here. He's going to take off for second base. They're going to fake a throw to second and then snap throw to third base, but getting back at third base safely. So 2 aboard for the Knights. Now they're second and third base. Stepping in, number 30, Gus Sandberg. He is the pitcher. He's also the DH for the Knights. Working out the windup. Here comes the pitch. The 2-1 local call time. Long pause there from the windup before even the first move. And then Gus Sandberg granted time. He steps back in. 2-1 count. Adam Watson peering in, looking at signals. So his catcher, Riley Matlock, here's the pitch. Breaking pitch, perfectly placed, strike called. Count goes 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 aboard for the Knights, second and third base. On deck for the Knights is Mikey Stapleton at the first RBI of the ball game. Here comes the wind and the pitch from Watson. Swung on, ground ball, second base, Aiden Quinlan. He'll capture it. He'll throw to first base and get the put out with Tristan Dudas. And that's going to complete the Knights' bottom of the second inning. They come up with 2 runs. They leave 2 on base. And we'll mention after 2 complete, Central Catholic 3, Southport 0. And we'll mention a little bit about Central Catholic Knights. Central Catholic Knights High School, their school was founded in 1956. For Class 2A, Sectional 37, there are 7 in their sectional. Their sectional will be played at North Montgomery High School. That's in Crawfordsville. And then game 1 will feature the Rensselaer Central Bombers and the Western Boone Stars. That'll be on Wednesday, the 27th of May at 6 o'clock start. That'll be the only game that evening. The Knights will play the winner of that game, but they'll play that winner on Saturday, the 30th of May at 1 p.m. And then we'll also mention on the 28th on Thursday, 5:30 game is going to be Delphi and Benton Central. And then same day on the 28th on Thursday, 7:30 contest, Seeger in North Montgomery. Of those 2 games, the 2 winners will play at 3 p.m. That'll be after the Central Catholic game on Saturday. It'll be 3 p.m. on Saturday, the 30th day of May. And then they'll have their final game just the same as Southport. They'll play on Monday, June the 1st at 6 o'clock start. We'll also mention the principal at Central Catholic High School is Dean Charleboy. The athletic director is Tim Bournet. The assistant athletic director, I should say, is Charlie Roberts. The athletic trainer is Sarah Igo. Central Catholic High School is located at 2410 South 9th Street, Lafayette, Indiana, 47909. You can dial them by phone by dialing 765-474-2496. On the web, it's lccathletics.com. There were the colors navy and white. They perform in the Hoosier Athletic Conference. There are 9 teams, and they stacked up like this season. Twin Lakes Indians, Central Catholic Knights, Western Panthers, West Lafayette Red Devils, Logansport Berries, Benton Central Bison, Hamilton Heights Huskies, Tipton Blue Devils, Rensselaer Central Bombers. Head coach is Tim Bournet for the Knights, currently 18-6 on the season. He is a 1987 graduate from Central Catholic. First pitch, top of the 3rd inning, swing and a miss. Working right there in the batter's box. Where's number 3, T.J. Duncan? He's the right fielder. Here comes the pitch. Low and outside, ball 1. Left-handed batter, T.J. Duncan. And as you know, Knights will play Saturday, 12 noon. They'll play against Logansport. Again, be at Logansport. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes 1-2 to T.J. Duncan. The new pitcher on the pitcher's rubber. We'll let you know here in just a moment. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Outside ball. So on the pitcher's rubber is number 14, Jonah Gerke. Here and looking at say 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the wind. Here's the pitch. Swung on and take it to center field. Going to be right at Coy Gick. Coy Gick makes the catch. And there's 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. We'll mention Jonah Gerke on the season. He's got 22 and 2/3 innings under his belt. He's got an ERA of 4.015. This is game appearance number 9. And he does have 6 starts. He's faced 109 batters. He's thrown a total of 386 pitches. Stepping in for Southport, number 17, the 8 hitter, Jack Cochran. He's the DH. Pitch comes in, outside edge, knee high, called strike. So Jonah Gerke, he's got 3 wins, 3 losses. He's given up 20 hits, 17 runs. 13 of those runs were earned. Second pitch, breaking pitch, might have been a slider in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Jonah Gerke has walked 11 batters. He's struck out 23. 5 of those batters went down looking, and he's hit 4 batters along the way. Here comes a pitch. Strike 3, outside edge. Going to lock him up 3 consecutive pitches. There's 2 outs. You're in the top of the 3rd inning, and then a wind is blowing pretty good, but no rain. No rain. But they're talking about rain tomorrow. Rain tomorrow into Friday night. Saturday morning, there's going to be rain. Well, first pitch comes in. Strike called in the batter's box. 9-hitter number 2, Mason Owens, left fielder for the Cardinals. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Strike called. Jonah Gerke is on fire here in the top of the 3rd inning. No balls, 2 strikes. Mason Owens, left fielder. Here comes the wind. Here's the pitch. Swing and miss. They'll set him down swinging. And the Knights get out of the inning. Southport sends 3 to the plate. No runs, nobody left on base. We'll mention after 2.5, Central Catholic 3, Southport 0. And again, we'll also mention, yes, next game, as you know, for the Knights going to be Saturday, the 23rd, 12 noon at Logansport. I think you might take a look there. I'm guessing they'll play. And it might be backed up because that rain, they're saying it's going to go into maybe 10 a.m. or somewhere in that vicinity. But if both teams are willing to play, they might just take some time off there and play a little bit later in the afternoon because it's supposed to stop raining. I'm no meteorologist, but I listen intently. We'll mention also next game for the Knights next week on Monday. They'll play a 12 noon game right here, Central Catholic High School, with the Hamilton Heights Huskies. That'll be at 12 noon on Monday. And then again they'll play another game on Tuesday, the very next day. Central Catholic will be at Perry Meridian, and that'll be a 6 o'clock start on the 26th on a Tuesday. And that game, as mentioned, will take place at Holder Field. Holder Field, and Southport and Perry Meridian, as mentioned, they share that facility. And Coach Borney tells me it is synthetic field turf. So that's how the Knights are stacking up and get some final warm-up tosses. Still on the pitcher's rubber is number 15, Adam Watson. Next first batter in the bottom of the 3rd is going to be number 11, Mikey Stapleton. Second baseman on deck is 21, Caden Keller. So they put the ball back in the glove of Adam Watson. Third baseman, Dylan Piercy, giving him some encouragement. The encouragement goes a long way, even as an adult. Don't forget. So working from the windup. Here and look at the Staples. Adam Watson. First pitch. Stapleton outside a ball. And Mikey Stapleton, right-handed batter. He played in all 24 games, 85 plate appearances, 66 at bats. He's batting .424. Pitch comes in, strike called. Mikey Stapleton got a base hit, RBI base hit, with 2 strikes on him. His first at bat. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here and in, looking at signals. Now the windup, here's the pitch. Breaking pitch outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Mikey Stapleton. He's got 28 hits. That leads the team. He's got 19 singles, 5 doubles, 3 triples, and 1 home run. 2-1 count to Stapleton. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch finished outside. Ball 3. 3-1 count to Mikey Stapleton. He's got 19 RBI. He scored 18 runs. He's walked 12 times on the season. He's been hit by pitch 5 times. Working out of the windup. Here comes the 3-1. Swung on. He'll foul this one right side. And I think he just got a light. I'm not sure. I heard it, didn't see it. But yep, the Knights players in the dugout are looking up at the light. So Coach Bordenay, hands on hips. He knows you can replace lights. Looking from the windup. Here's a 3-2. Swing and a miss. So go down swinging. There's one out. Went out here in the bottom of the third inning. Knights are going to step in. Going to be number 21, Caden Keller. Caden Keller on the season played in 23 of the 24 games, 63 plate appearances, 54 at bats, batting 352 in that left-handed batter's box, 444 on base percentage. First pitch from Watson. Breaking pitch low for ball one. Caden Keller has 19 hits. 11 of them are singles. He's got 5 doubles, and he leads the team with 3 home runs. And one of those games, he got 2. Multiple home run game. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch just upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. We'll step back in. He likes to put that right foot somewhat close to the front chalk line. He's okay. Here comes the pitch from Watson. Outside of ball. 3 balls, no strikes. To Caden Keller. Caden Keller has walked. He's got 8 base on balls this season. Knights are led by base on balls, with base on balls by number 12, Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer has 19 base on balls in 24 games. Working out the windup. Here comes the 3-0 pitch to Keller. Right across the dish, strike called. Inside half. 3-1 count. Caden Keller. Caden Keller, a member of the junior class. Here and in, look at the singles. Here comes the windup, the 3-1 pitch. I'm going to call that a strike. I'm going to call that a strike. It's a 3-2 count. Here and in, look at the singles. Out of the windup. Adam Watson. Here comes the 3-2 pitch to Caden Keller. I'm going to strike him out. I'm going to strike him out. Those 2 pitches there might have been ball 4 and 5. So he's going to walk back to the dugout. 2 out. 2 outs stepping in. It's going to be Colton Minnick. Minnick, right-handed batter. Looking from the windup. Adam Watson. Here comes the wind in the pitch. Outside edge, strike called. No balls, 1 strike. Colton Minnick. He's played in 20 games entering this one. 21 plate appearances. And here comes a pitch. Should say 27 plate appearances, 21 at-bats. Ball comes in and 1-1 count to Colton Minnick. Colton Minnick batting .294 in that right-handed batter's box at .381 on base percentage. Here comes a pitch. You're going to take it to right center. Going to be called for by the right fielder, T.J. Duncan. Will come in a ways and make the catch. And the Knights are out of the inning. They get no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We'll go to the top of the 4th inning after 3 completes. Central Catholic, 3. Southport, 0. We'll also mention today's ball game is in part being brought to you by Discount Copies. Discount Copies, they are conveniently located at the west edge of Noblesville, Indiana. That's 46062. Just behind Pizza Hut and next to Bowl 32. That's along State Road 32. At Discount Copies, they provide setup services where you can turn your artwork into things such as note cards, notepads, prints, and calendars. And it's never too early to think about personalized Christmas cards, posters, and oversized printing also available. And if you're planning a wedding, they can print all of your necessary needs. You can reach Discount Copies by phone 317-773-8783. Again, that number is 317-773-8783. Or by Gmail, it's discount copies 96 at gmail.com. It's discount copies right there in Noblesville. So we get some final warm-up tosses. Jonah Gerke. Baseball here on a Thursday. Windy day. It's blowing straight in from center field. The flag is proving that particular theory or hypothesis. Maybe it's a hypothesis. But stepping in, we're going to see the one hitter once again. Southport Cardinals. He is the one hitter. He's the only leadoff batter in today's ball game. He's the catcher, Riley Matlock. Riley Matlock, he's played in all 22 games. Here comes the first pitch from Gerke. Swung on, shortstop. They short hop the glove, and they're going to act like he's going to. T.J. Whitford was going to kind of depend on a catch there. He probably knew he wasn't going to get the out at first. He moved to his right, went down. It was a real quick short hop, but he wasn't sure if he would get the outs. He was trying to get the line drive out, but it's going to be a base hit. It's well done, though. What else could LJ do? That was pretty well done. He wasn't trying to cheat anybody. Here comes set position. Jonah Gerke, here's the pitch. Short hops the glove, Isaiah Hopkins. Good stop there. 1 ball, no strikes. In the batter's box for Southport. Number 15, Adam Watson. Adam Watson in 22 games, 58 plate appearances, 44 at bats. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball up the middle, be fielded by a shortstop, L.J. Whitford. He'll touch second base himself to go unassisted and go to first and get the double play ball with Caden Keller. So he does erase that base runner. So there are 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning. Stepping in for Southport is number 27, the 4-hitter, Tristan Dudas, first baseman. Oh, season he's played in 21 games, 74 plate appearances, 58 at bats. He's batting .328 in that right-handed batter's box. First pitch, swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. Tristan Dudas, 24. He's got an on-base percentage of .466. Next pitch, outside of ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dudas. He's got 19 hits, 13 are singles. He has 6 doubles. There and in. Here comes the wind. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, foul ball, back to the wall. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tristan Dudas. Step back in. He got 14 RBI. He has scored 11 runs. He is 4-hitter tonight. Plays first base. Here's the pitch. Swung on, swing and a miss. Drop third. Isaiah picks it up in a hurry and tags him right there in the box, the right-handed batter's box, and the Knights are out of the inning. Southport Cardinals, they come up with no runs, nobody left on base. And at the end of 3.5, Central Catholic 3, Southport 0. And again, we do thank you for tuning in. And we'll mention this game is in parts being brought to you by Fritz and Fishers. FritzandFishers.com. They buy, they sell, they trade, they'll help you finance your car, truck, or SUV. They have preferred low mileage and 1-owner automobiles. They have 2 Hamilton County, Indiana locations. One is in Fishers at 8599 East 116th Street. Or you can dial them up there at 317-842-2228. And right there in Noblesville, they have their second location. It's actually between Noblesville and Westfield, right there on 32 at Mill Creek Road. They're going to put a roundabout there eventually, and that should slow the cars down or to view the cars on the lot. And right there, we'll mention their phone number. Noblesville dealership is 317-773-2232. or you can visit them online. You can stop by on site. Again, it's fritzandfishers.com, FRITZ. They're going to throw one down second base. Isaiah Hopkins, I should say. You're going to throw it down to Riley Matlock. Throws and rope to second base. Knights are going to bat in the bottom of the fourth inning. So first batter for the Knights in the bottom of the fourth is going to be number 3, 8-hitter, L.J. Whitford. Right-handed batter spot. LJ has played in 24 games, all of them, 94 plate appearances, 74 at-bats. He's batting .243 in that right-handed batter's box with a .376 on-base percentage. First pitch from Watson. He'll drive it. Foul ball, left field line, just foul. You got a lot of that. You got a lot of sweet spot. There have been 20 feet fouls of the third baseline that goes out to the 325 mark. So we'll mention that L.J. Whitford did get a home run. Riverton Park. It doesn't matter how long the fence is. It was 283, but it went out much further in left field than 283. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to from Watson. Breaking pitch, well placed. Strike called. No balls, 2 strikes. Whitford going to step back in. Sophomore athlete. Athletic young man as a middle infielder, indeed. Here comes a windy 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Well, he'll walk back to the dugout. And there's one out here in the top of the the bottom of the fourth inning. Stepping in for the Knights. Going to be number 41, Brennan Van Kirk. Brennan Van Kirk has played in all 24 games, 79 plate appearances, 71 at-bats. He's batting .310. .310 in that the right-handed batter's box. .367 on-base percentage. Here in, looking at signals over the glove. Adam Watson, here's the pitch. Breaking pitch misses outside. Ball 1. Brennan Van Kirk has 22 hits on the season. 20 are singles. 2 are doubles. He has 16 RBI. He has scored 17 runs himself. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. Breaking pitch, well placed. Strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike to Van Kirk. The field playing straight away. Here and in, looking at signal. 1-1 count to Brennan Van Kirk, a senior class member. Here comes a pitch, and he's going to get hit by pitch. Got him on the back. You know Adam Watson didn't want that. He had a 1-1 count on Brennan, and Brennan Van Kirk going to get hit by pitch for the 6th time this season. And stepping in for the Knights, the gentleman that has been hit the most by pitches, Isaiah Hopkins. Isaiah Hopkins hit by pitch 9 times. As mentioned, Southport, number 4, Riley Matlock, has been hit 10 times. In number 24, Tristan Dudas, he's been hit 13 times. So they've played 22 games. Out of set position, there's going to be a pitch from Watson. Next swing, it's a strike call. The breaking pitch got the outside edge. Hopkins goes down on a count 0-1. Runner at first base for the Knights. Brennan Van Kirk. He was hit by pitch. Pick-off move. Van Kirk. Throw was a little bit off target. Still put the tag on him. Tristan Dudas. Safe at first is Van Kirk. No balls, 1 strike. Isaiah Hopkins. Alva said, here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes 0-2 to Hopkins. Hopkins with 24 hits on the season. 15 are singles, 7 are doubles. He has not hit a triple. He's got 2 home runs. Here and in, looking at the signal. Out of the stretch. Get the signal from Riley Matlock, his catcher. Pickoff move. Back to first base. back quickly and beat the throw there quite a lot with Brennan Van Kirk. No balls, 2 strikes. Out of a set position, Adam Watson. Here comes a pitch. Breaking pitch upstairs. Above the zone, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Isaiah Hopkins. He's got 11 RBI. He's got 9 runs scored. He doesn't always run. Sometimes he gives way to a courtesy runner. Out of set position. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Outside of ball, trying to steal. Second base in Will. Brendan Van Kirk as the throw goes in a bit tall and goes into center field, thrown back in by Robert Ludlow. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning. Stepping back in, Isaiah Hopkins, 2-2 count. Hopkins has walked 13 times this season. Out of set position, check second base. Adam Watson. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Swung on and take it to right field. Going to get a beat on it. Coming in a long way, making the catch is T.J. Duncan. And he'll make a good strong arm throw over to third base. And Brennan Van Kirk taking a tag there, trying to get a loose ball. 2 outs. Stepping in for the ninth. 2-hitter, number 2. Boy Gick. Center field. He'll step back in. Right-handed batters. He's batting .302. The .380 on base percentage. Right-handed batter's box. Boy Gick, a member of the junior class. And that's a modest lead there at second base. Being hovered there by Colin Matlock at shortstop. First pitch. Strike call. Breaking pitch. Adam Watson living pretty well with that breaking pitch. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here and in, looking at signals. Out of a set position, let's check second base. Here comes a pitch. Outside half, strike called. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning. Knights do not have a run in. Here comes a set position. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, foul. This one out of play, right side. So, Boy Gick is going to stay in that box a second time with an 0-2 count. Boy Gick has scored 19 runs on the season. Just ahead of him, 26, Alex Schumer, and 26 for L.J. Whitford. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. You're going to take it to right field. T.J. Duncan going to be pretty much right at him. You'll move to his left and make the catch. So the Southport Cardinals are out of the dugout, congratulating the guys. And the Knights come up with no runs. The bottom of the 4th, they leave 2 on base. And then we're going to listen to a little bit of Stray Cats. Stray Cats right there. And Brian Setzer, lead singer for the Stray Cats. Last time I've seen him, he had an orchestra performing behind him. We'll mention this game is also in part being brought to you by McCormick Printing and Office Supply. Attention, baseball fans, McCormick Printing, Impressions, and Office Supplies is proud to support our local youth athletes this season. For more than 50 years, MPI has been helping families, businesses, and teams make their best impression. From banners and shirts to business cards, forms, and office supplies. Family owned and operated, MPI believes in quality, service, and supporting the community we all love. So the next time you need something printed, big or small, think of McCormick Printing Impressions, where every project starts with care and ends with excellence. McCormick Printing, they're in Tipton, 765-675-9556. First pitch, Jonah Gerke. It's going to be a ground ball, a dead ball. They call it a dead ball. It's off his leg in the box. And number 27, Dylan Piercy. He's a third baseman, 3-hitter. And it hit him in the box, no doubt. And when that happens, you kind of got to show off a little bit. You got to actually demonstrate, be a little dramatical, make sure they know that that ball hit you, or they'll call it a fair ball, and they'll throw you out by the pitcher. So no balls, one strike. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Back to a curveball. Might have been a slider. Strike called. Count goes 0-2 to Dylan Piercy. And Piercy steps back in. He went 2 for 3 in yesterday's game. Foul ball, back to the wall. Dylan Piercy. He got a double and a single. He also got 2 RBI for his Southport Cardinals. He's a junior class member. Here comes the wind. Here comes the 0-2. Foul ball. Dribbler out in front of the Knights dugout. So let's stay in that box with the 0-2 count. Dylan Piercy. He played in all 22 games, 72 plate appearances, 65 at-bats. He's batting .323. Here comes the pitch, the 0-2 again. Upstairs, swing and a miss. So there's one out here in the top of the 5th inning. Saw a game yesterday. Saw Western Boone and Twin Lakes. That game went quick. 80-minute. No kidding. 80-minute game. Twin Lakes got the win. I think it's 3-0. So, peering in, looking at signals. How the windup. Here comes Jonah Gerke. Upstairs, tight, ball 1. In the batter's box for Southport, 5-hitter number 8, Robert Ludlow. He is the center fielder. He's played in all 22 games. He's batting .309. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, foul ball. Out in front of the Southport dugout. Robert Ludlow, 74 plate appearances, 68 at-bats. As mentioned, .309, .365 on base percentage. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, ground ball, shortstop. L.J. Whitford bobbles it. He'll pick it back up. By that time, he doesn't make a throw. And they're going to reach on air. And that's going to be the first error in this ball game, according to the scoreboard. So got some stuff blowing around here. And then they're going to step in. Step in with 1 out. In the batter's box, number 1, Colin Matlock. Try to put a bunt down, pull the bat back, ball low. Should they a ball outside? They take second base anyway. The throw down is off target. Goes into shallow right field. And coming around to third base. Right there. So the Southport Cardinals, a runner at third base with 1 out. So then picked up right there, blew a lot of my sheets around. And he's going to step back in. I was stretched and I was sad. Here's the pitch. Yeah. Foul ball back to the screen. No ball, 2 strike. Here it in, looking to stick out of stretch. Here comes the pitch to Matlock. Swung on, he go to right field. He's going to bounce in there, base hit. Right into the glove is Colton Minnick. Coming in to score from third base is Robert Ludlow. Where's number 8? And Southport has 1 run in here in the top of the 5th inning. So they're going to step in. Next batter going to be the lefty. Number 3, T.J. Duncan. T.J. Duncan will step in. He's a member of the senior class. Left-handed batter. He's going to square early. Here comes a pitch. He pulls the bat back. It's a ball low. Alex Schumer was inching his way in on the infield grass if he needed to play that bunt. So working from the stretch. Now the set. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Duncan. And I call a strike outside edge. Isaiah Hopkins is coming out of his crouch, ready to throw to second base or first. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cardinals a runner at first base. 1 out. They're going to get him in a pickle. Taking off a bit early there to step off. They got him in a pickle right now, a rundown between second and first base. And I'm going to make the tag there, Mikey Stapleton. They say you're supposed to get a guy out in a rundown in 3 throws or less. That was maybe 4. It wasn't counting. There's going to be a timeout on the diamond. Coach is going to walk out. Talk with home plate umpire. He may wonder if they maybe, I'm just speculating, maybe he stepped off in a different fashion. And but anyway, they got bullpen activity down the left field line over in Southport's bullpen area. And so their conversation going to break up. Actually, the home plate umpire going to walk out, talk with his base umpire. We'll mention this game is in parts being brought to you by Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21. Real estate IQ, she definitely does, and that will benefit you. Lisa specializes in residential and corporate relocations. She has a vast knowledge with more than 25 years of question answering experience. You can let Lisa list or let Lisa look. She knows that each home is precious. So Lisa Stokes, Bear Century 21. She is highly recommended. She's a real estate agent, a real estate broker. You can contact her by phone or text message 317 513 4086. That's 317 513 4086. Stepping in. Here comes the first pitch from Jonah Gerke. Take a drive to right field, right at Colton Minnick, TJ Duncan. Nice stroke there. The wind blowing in. Wasn't going to get too far, and the catch is made by Colton Minnick in right field. So the Southport Cardinals pick up a run here in the top of the 5th inning. We'll mention they're 4.5, Central Catholic 3, Southport 1. And we will also let you know that tonight's ball game is being brought to you in parts by Camino and Company. Camino and Company, we welcome you and your patronage at Camino and Company, the mobile flower shop and wedding studio based in downtown Noblesville. You'll find Camino and Company on the north side of the courthouse square at 876 Logan Street. Camino and Company started with a dream and grew with the love of our local community. That same love also works with stories and celebrations. They now live in Camino Coffee, your coffee with a story. Every cup is inspired by our founder's grandpa's 1984 El Camino, where El Camino and Camino Coffee gets its name from. Our coffee is locally roasted by our friends at Noble Coffee and Tea. Each cup carries a little piece of our journey along with our community and our belief that coffee always comes with a story. So regardless, if it's morning, afternoon, or any moment you need to pause, your cup is just a click away. That's Camino Coffee. You can find them at heycamino.com. Again, just go online at heycamino.com and you'll be glad you did. The Knights are going to step in. It's going to be Alex Schumer, left-handed batter. Bottom of the 5th inning. On deck is Gus Sandberg. So left-handed batter, Alex Schumer, as mentioned, 28 hits on the season. You take that back. That's Mikey. 25 hits for Alex Schumer. First pitch from Watson. Outside, ball 1. Adam Watson still bringing it strong here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Working out the windup. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Schumer. Backdoor curveball just missed outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Working from the windup, peering in, looking at signals from his catcher, Riley Matlock. Here comes a wind. Here comes a 2-0 pitch. High and outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes to Schumer. Schumer seems to have about the best eye at the plate. He's got 19 base on balls entering today's ball game. Here comes a 3-0 pitch. Outside half, strike call. 3-1 count to Schumer. 1 foot on, 1 foot off. Peering in, looking at signals. Over that glove. Here comes a wind. Here comes a 3-1. Outside edge, strike called. Now goes 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Schumer knew it was a strike. Hung around the box there. He knows it's 3-2 now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So we'll put the sliding mid on while he's jogging to first base. The next batter in the lineup for the night is going to be number 30, Gus Sandberg. Gus Sandberg pitched two innings in this game. Coach Bornay gave way to Jonah Gerke, now the pitcher of record. Right-handed batter's box. Gus Sandberg. We're going to have a stretch looking over at first base at Alex Schumer. Is Watson. He's going to square early. We're going to call time. And they're going to call a balk. They're going to call a balk on Watson. And I was looking at a different way. And coach for Southport going to walk out. He's not going to walk across the third base line, but he wants a little bit of an explanation. He got an explanation. He'll walk back. And I didn't see a whole lot there. It's the second balk called in this ball game. Something good on Watson. So peering in, looking at signals, out of the stretch. Now the set position will check second base. Here comes the pitch. Strike called. They're going to snap throw to second base. Gets by the glove there. Goes into center field, picked up by Ludlow. He'll toss it back in as Alex Schumer gets back to second and stays there. So, sure, I think it's an 0-1 count. We'll see right here. Maybe we will. Some umpires don't show the count after a first pitch. And Dan Adams taught us that. Not really necessary after a first pitch. Here comes the pitch. Outside a ball. Snap throw. That's a good snap throw by Riley Matlock. Getting back safely is Alex Schumer. He might have tweaked the knee there. I hope not, but we'll see. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Just getting some signals out there. Now, Adam Watson steps back in the rubber. Couple of signals given by Coach Bornay. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th inning. It's a 3-1 contest. Knight's in front. Here comes the pitch. And square to bunt. Put a bunt down. Foul. Going to go back to the screen. With a 3-1 ball game, looking for some potential insurance runs. Here against the Southport Cardinals. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Alex Schumer at second base. He's got a straight off lead there. Not much. Covering there is Colin Matlock. Sexy swing. Ball gets by. They're going to call a strike. Going to go drop third strike there. Huh. Well, it seemed to be in the dirt. They're going to say, I'm not. He tried to check his swing, but they had to make a call in a hurry if that was strike 3, and they did. They called it a drop third and thrown out at first base. Is Gus Sandberg. He's not too happy entering the dugout, and I cannot blame him. Late strike 3 call to know that he had to run to first base. Swung on, base hit. Mikey Stapleton has 2 hits in the ball game and 2 RBI. Coming in to score from third base is Alex Schumer. So Knights have 1 run in here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And get timeout on the diamond. Southport going to call timeout, walk out. Have a meeting right there at the pitcher's rubber. And we'll also mention today's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Indiana Beach. That's Indiana Beach. They have amusement park and water park. And that's indianabeach.com. They're in Monticello, Indiana. They have a season pass, 2026 season pass. You can pick up for $77.99. You can bring last year's season pass in, and you can pay an additional $71.99 and get a 2026 pass. They have exciting roller coasters. They have boat rides. You can spend a whole day at the water park. They have 50 plus rides and attractions. And there is more than corn in Indiana. That's Indiana Beach. They are celebrating their 100th anniversary, celebrating 100 years of fun. They've got parkside lodging on Lake Schaefer. And Indiana Beach also has KOA campgrounds. Indiana Beach, they're located at 5224 East Indiana Beach Road, Monticello, Indiana, 47960. You can call them at 574-583-4141. Again, 574-583-4141. Southport pitcher on the pitcher's rubber now. He's a senior class member. It's Miles Caudell. Miles Caudell, he's listed as a right-handed pitcher and an infielder. Miles Caudell. He's got an ERA of 3.03, 32 and a third innings under his belt. He's 1-2 on the season. This is appearance number 12. He's given up 34 hits, 25 runs, and 14 of those runs were earned. He has walked 20, struck out 39 batters, 159 batters faced, 593 pitches thrown. He has 3 hit by pitches along the way. Stepping in, Tate McKellar, first pitch, outside of ball. Tate McKellar, left-handed batter's box. Step in. Here he is looking at signals out of stretch. That's number 10. Miles Caudell out of stat. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. In the batter's box for the Knights, number 21, Caden Keller. Caden Keller, 63 plate appearances, 54 at bats. He's hitting .352 out of stat. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Caudell. Breaking pitch, backdoor, outside of ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. That wind is whipping. So modestly there at first base. 1 runner aboard for the Knights. Mikey Stapleton. And now stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. It's all a strike inside. Inside edge. 2-2 count. Hayden Keller. Front of that box. Runner at first base, Mikey Stapleton out of that position. Here comes a pitch from Miles Caudell. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. Left side. You go out near the foul fence. What the other way with? They're going to stay in the box with that 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mikey Stapleton got himself aboard, base hit. He got an RBI. He drove in from third base, Alex Schumer. Out of set position, Caudell. Here's the 2-2. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Knights batting in the bottom of the 5th inning. Knights have one run in here in the fifth. It's a 4-1 contest. Knights in front out of the set position. Miles Caudell out of the set. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, swing and a miss. Keller will go down swinging. And next batter of the lineup, we're going to see Colton Minnie with 2 outs. Runner at first base for the Knights. Colton Minnie going to step in. He wears number 5. He's batting .294. A right-handed batter's box at .381 on base percentage. He scored 15 runs on the season out of set position. Miles Caudell. Here comes the pitch. Strike called. 0-1 count to Minnick. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Signals given by third base coach, Coach Bordnay. And the modest lead there at first base is Mikey Stapleton. 1 count, 2 outs. Bottom of the fifth, 4-1 ball game. Playing straight away in center field is Robert Ludlow. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Getting a little gray. It's not exactly as lit as you would want the sky to be right now. Sun's on the way down, but they're a little ways away from darkness. Lights are on. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch to Colton Minnie. Pop 1 foul out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 count, 2 out. Little infielders are back on the liquid grass. We're now Brett, now the set position. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. The foul ball right there around the plate. And stay in that box. Colton Minnie fighting him off. Getting rid of the bad, looking for the good. Friend of mine invented that little thing. He was a softball official, softball umpire. He said, sitting out there, waiting on the ball to be hit. He came up with that. Waiting, getting rid of the bad, looking for the good. A 1-2 count. Working out a stretch, now the set. Miles Caudell. Here comes the pitch to Colton Minnick. The butt left upstairs, a ball. Snap throw, trying to steal second base and stealing it standing up is Mikey Stapleton as the ball goes into center field. Thrown back in by Ludlow. So the Knights have a runner in scoring position. Mikey Stapleton at second base. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Bottom of the fifth inning. Knights have 6 hits according to the scoreboard. Southport with 2. We're going to stretch. Now the set position. He'll check second base. Miles Caudell. He'll look at second again. Here's the pitch. It'll be a ground ball. We'll go to third base, fielded by Dylan Piercy. They'll throw the ball high, and he'll bring the Tristan Dudas off the bag. And I'm touching the bag while he was up in the air is Colton Minnick. That might be a reached on air, but it's going to be an RBI off the bat of Colton Minnick. Mikey Stapleton comes in to score. The Knights have 2 runs in here in the fifth inning. So the Knights are going to step to the plate with number 3, L.J. Whitford. L.J. Whitford has 18 hits on the season, 12 singles, 5 doubles, and that 1 home run. Well, modest lead there at first base for Colton Minnick. Not a whole lot. Out of the set, Caudell. Here comes the first pitch to Whitford. Breaking pitch, well placed, strike called. No balls, 1 strike. Here and in once again, looking at signal. Out of the stretch is catcher Riley Matlock. Out of set position, here comes the 0-1 pitch to Whitford. Another breaking pitch in there for a strike. Righty pitcher, righty batter. Starting it out about the elbow. Maybe not quite the elbow in this case. Broke in for a strike 2 times. 0-2 count to Whitford. Here and in, looking at signals out of the stretch. Now the set position. Miles Caudell. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Outside of ball. Little fishing pitch. Nothing doing for LJ Whitford. Count goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning. We're now stretch. Now the set position. Caudell. Triple set. Here comes a pitch. He can take it to center field. I mean, pretty much right at Ludlow, and Ludlow makes the catch. But a good hit off the bat right there for LJ. Had to feel good. The Knights come up with 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll go to the top of the 6th. After 5 completes, Knights 5, Cardinals 1. And again, we do thank you for tuning in. And we'll also mention the ultimate Kentucky getaway. The ultimate Kentucky getaway. You can escape to a one-of-a-kind retreat in the heart of the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, where rolling hills, world-famous distilleries, and unforgettable memories await. Welcome to your private 6-bedroom estate set on 7 scenic acres of peaceful countryside. Spend your days exploring legendary bourbon stops, then come home to unwind in the hot tub under the stars. Challenge friends to a game of pool on the billiards table, or practice your swing on the putting green, or relax by the fire pit as the night sets in. And when it's time to wind down, your private movie theater room is waiting. Whether it's a bourbon weekend, family gathering, or group getaway, there's space and something for everyone. No crowds, no stress, just comfort, connection, and the true spirit of Kentucky. For questions or direct bookings, text 317 442 7513. Again, that's 317 442 7513. They do all of their bookings through Airbnb or Verbo. That's the ultimate Kentucky getaway. So the step into bat for Southport. It's going to be number 13. Stepping in is number 13, Aiden Quinlan. Aiden Quinlan, senior class member. Second baseman. Right-handed batter's box. Here and in, out of the windup. Jonah Gerke, first pitch, top of 6, swing and a miss. So no balls, 1 strike. Aiden Quinlan, he's played in 21 of the 22 games. 35 plate appearances, 27 at bats. Going to try to check his swing. They called a strike. Strike was called by the home plate umpire. You got to check with the home plate umpire. I know some umpires are different. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch outside of ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here and in, looking at signals, Jonah Gerke. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Quinlan. Swung on, swing and a miss. They'll go down swinging, and there's 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. So next batter going to step in for the Cardinals. Going to be number 11. Stepping in, that's Eric Brooking. Eric Brooking. He's a junior class member. He's a third baseman and a pitcher. He's going to step in the bat right now. Right-handed batter's box. Eric Brooking. Where's number 11? First pitch from Jonah Gerke. Swung on, ground ball, second base. Be fielded by Mikey Stapleton. Throw next door, get the put out. With now playing first base is Colton Geyer. 2 outs. Next batter going to step in. We're going to see number 4, Riley Matlock. The leadoff batter in today's ball game. He's played in all 22 games. 79 plate appearances, 55 at-bats, batting .364 with a .519 on base percentage. Here comes a pitch. Inside and sights. See what that was. For a moment there, I thought it got him, but evidently not. So I think it's ball one. Here's the windup from Gerke. Here's the pitch. Low for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. For Riley Matlock, that's a good job at the catcher's position. He's got 20 hits on the season, 13 singles, 4 doubles, 1 triple, and 2 home runs. This comes in outside of ball. It goes 3-0 to Matlock. Matlock has 17 RBI on the season, and that leads the team outside ball 4. Ball gets by the glove of Isaiah Hopkins, and Matlock sprints to first base as if he might try second. He's a player. You can tell he is a player. So I'm going to run out with some courtesy runner for the catcher. It's going to be number 33, Gabe Harmon. Gabe Harmon, a senior class member. So Gabe Harmon now at first base. And Riley Matlock will put his gear on. So stepping into bat, we're going to see number 10, Miles Caudell. Miles Caudell, pitcher of record, stepping into bat. You had in the pitcher spot. Here and in, they're going to say, now the stretch, now the set position. There's the pitch from Jonah Gerke. You can put a bunt down. First baseline, a good bunt. Picked up by Jonah. He'll toss it to first base. And they try to bunt with 2 outs, and that's out number 3. And the Southport Cardinals come up with no runs. They leave 1 on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning after 5.5. Central Catholic 5, Southport 1. And again, we do thank you for tuning in, and we'll mention tonight's ball game is also in part being brought to you by Robin's Nest. Robin's Nest. Tell you what, coming out of the ball game last night, I looked down on the sidewalk there at Western Boone. I saw a robin's egg laying on the sidewalk all by itself. Pretty color right there in that soft aqua color that they are. Anyway, Robin's Nest, that's in Thorntown. Thorntown's Cozy Coffee Cafe. You can find them in Thorntown, Indiana at 102 West Main Street, Thorntown, Indiana, 46071. Thorntown, Indiana, right there on 236th Street, turns into 47. Same road, just go across 52, and you're about a mile up the road, at the top of the hill. You'll be in Thorntown. And on down the way there on the right, you'll see Robin's Nest, Thorntown's Cozy Coffee Cafe. And they also have catering. They do catering. They've got private event rental space. If you need rental space to have a party or something to that nature, they have a really large area. It's an older building. They fixed it up upstairs. They've got elegant place to live up there. They got a couple of apartments. They are really nice, almost too nice to be in Thorntown, but maybe not. But they are very nice. So that is Robin's Nest. The owner is Robin Warnoff and her husband, Eric. You can call them 765-592-1530. Again, that's 765-592-1530. Robin's Nest. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They serve hot breakfast, hot lunch. I think they close about 2 p.m. They're not open for evening meals. It's Robin's Nest in Thorntown. We've done some warm-up tosses, finishing those up right now for Southport. Is number 10, Miles Caudell, senior class member. They throw it down to second base from the fingertips of Riley Matlock. And then I turn us into the plate, number 41, Brennan Van Kirk. So Brennan Van Kirk going to step in. Right-handed batter's box. As mentioned, Van Kirk on the season, batting 310, 367 on base percentage, 22 hits, 20 are singles. He has 2 doubles. And Brendan Van Kirk has 16 RBI. Looking from the windup. Miles Caudell. Knights have bullpen activity on the right field line. Here comes a pitch. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Well placed breaking pitch by Caudell. Right-handed batter's box, 0-1 count. Brennan Van Kirk, infield, playing regular depth, outfield straight away. We're in from the wind. Here comes the pitch. Outside a ball. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 5-1 ball game. Knights in front. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Peering in, looking at signals out of the stretch. Should say out of the windup. Peering in, looking at signals from Riley Matlock. All in glove. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bullpen ball gets by him again. Ends up down here at home plate area, adjacent, picks up by Isaiah. So Isaiah Hopkins on deck for the Knights. 1-1 count. Miles Caudell. Here's a wind. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch finished just inside ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here and in, looking at signals. Out of the windup. Riley Matlock, the catcher. Here comes the wind. Here comes a 2-1. We call a strike, outside edge. Evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here and in, looking at signal. Riley Matlock, I will mention, as the catcher. His fielding percentage, he was swinging a miss. Brendan Van Kirk will go down swinging, and there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. I was mentioned. Fielding percentage, leading the team is the catcher for Southport, senior Riley Matlock. His fielding percentage, 95% accurate. 0.949. Riley Matlock. Stepping in, Isaiah Hopkins. Right-handed batter facing the righty. Miles Caudell. Looking at signals. Here comes the wind for pitch. Hopkins. Breaking pitch called strike. No balls, 1 strike. He'll step back in. Here and in, looking at signals. Now the windup. Here comes the wind. Here's the pitch. Above the zone, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck for the Knights is Coy Dick. Here comes the wind. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, pop it, foul. Right side, it's going to go float out of play. One was going to blow that one foul and out of play. 1-2 count to Isaiah Hopkins. Hopkins batting 387 entering this game. Right-handed batter's box. 24 hits, 15 singles, 7 doubles, no triples, and 2 home runs. Here comes the wind. Here's the 1-2. Hit by pitch. Hopkins going to pick up hit by pitch number 10 on the season. So he is now tied with Southport's catcher, Riley Matlock, has 10 hit by pitches. So doing the running at first base is number 27, Keegan McCarter. Walking off the diamond is Isaiah Hopkins. He'll put his gear on. So Coy Dick going to step in. Coy Dick batting in the 2 spot. He is the center fielder. Coy Dick. He's played in 22 of the 24 games. 55 plate appearances, 43 at-bats, batting 302. That right-handed batter's box, 380 on base percentage. 13 hits. He's got 9 singles and 4 doubles. He has 7 RBI. He has scored 19 runs. and he leads the team with 14 stolen bases. In on the lip of the grass at third base is Piercy, first pitch, breaking pitch, called strike. He's going to back up a little bit in the just a partial dirt there. Now he'll back up about even with third base. In a modest lead there at first base, Keegan McCarter out of a set position. Here comes a pitch, breaking pitch. Let's call that a strike. Few times I would kind of call that a horseshoe in the plate. And they called strike. Count goes 0-2. Here and in, looking at signal. Miles Caudill out of a set position. Here comes a pitch. Above the zone, ball one. 1-2 count, one out. Let's have a runner at first base. Keegan McCarter doing the running. Or the hit by pitch absorbed by Isaiah Hopkins out of set position. Here comes the 1-2. Inside a ball. Coy Dick avoids the hit by pitch. Definitely would have got him. Ball ends up in his batter's box. Nice catch by the catcher, Riley Matlock. Peering in, looking at segment. 2-2 count, one out. Now the set. Here comes the pitch. It'll be a shot, shortstop. Short hop, he'll gather it. They'll throw to second. They'll throw to first. They'll only get the out at 2. They'll go 6-4-3. Colin Matlock, Aiden Quinlan to Tristan Dudas. And there are 2 outs. And Coy Dick is safe at first with a fielder's choice. So the Knights are going to step in. It's going to be number 12, Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer, 90 plate appearances, 66 at-bats. Hitting .379 in that left-handed batter's box. Stepping into rubber. Alex Schumer, 25 hits on the season. 16 singles, 7 doubles, and 2 home runs. Out of set, here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Miles Caudill. Here and in, looking at signals out of stretch. Coy Dick is at first base. As mentioned, Coy Dick leads the team with 14 RBIs, 14 stolen bases. Here comes the pitch. He's taking off for second base. They're going to snap throw. The throw was on target. But Colin Matlock couldn't glove it and squeeze it. That was a darn good throw by Riley Matlock. He was dead to rights. So safe at second base is Coy Dick. Now a stretch. Peering in, looking at signal. Alex Schumer, the batter. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 3. And they're going to steal third base. Coy Dick. Coy Dick ends up with 2 stolen bases in 1 running attempt. So he's at third base now. Picks up his 15th and 16th stolen base on the season. 2-1 count to Alex Schumer. Here and in, looking at signals. The pitch from the windup. Runner at third. Here comes the wind, the 2-1. Breaking pitch missed outside. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to Schumer. In the bottom of the 6th inning, it's a 5-1 contest. Knights in front, 2 outs. 3-1 count. Alex Schumer, here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So you draw another walk. Alex Schumer, 2 walks in the game. And stepping in, we're going to see Gus Sandberg. Gus Sandberg, looking at 6 runners at first and third base for the Knights. 2 outs, right-handed batter. Sandberg, 22 games, 72 plate appearances, 64 at-bats, taking off early. They step off the back. They're talking about a run down there. Alex Schumer is in a run down. They're going to try to get him at third base. The ball gets loose at third base. It's going to go up against the foul fence. So they make a throw to third base. And coming in to score for the Knights is Coy Dick. So Alex Schumer makes it safely to second base. Knights have one run in here in the bottom of the sixth inning. And it's Gus Sandberg looking for his first pitch in this at bat. Here and looking at signals, out of stretch. Now the set position. Miles Caudell looks at second, looks again. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch, high and inside, ball one. One ball, no strikes to Gus Sandberg. Here and looking at signals, out of stretch. Miles Caudell looks at second base out of the set position. Here comes a 1-0 pitch to Sandberg. I call that a strike. One ball, one strike. Sandberg taps the plate. 1-1 count. 2 outs. Alex Schumer at second base, out of set position. Caudell. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Gus Sandberg. Batting in the bottom of the sixth inning. Sandberg batting .266. He played in 22 of the 24 games. Out of set position, 1-2 count. 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. To pop one foul, right side, out of play. Home plate umpire, I see him tapping his pouch there. He's about out of baseballs. Maybe the only one they have is in the game. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Alex Schumer's at second base. The batter's box, Gus Sandberg out of the set. Miles Caudell, he'll check second base a couple of times. Now 3, here's the pitch. Outside of ball. Outside and low, good backhand catch there by catcher Riley Matlock. Living up to that .949 fielding percentage. Leads the team. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Out of set position, Caudell. He'll check second base. Here comes the pitch to Sandberg. Swing and a miss. So go down swinging. The Knights are out of the inning. Knights leave 1 aboard at second base. Knights come up with 1 run in the 6th inning. We'll go to the top of the 7th after 6 completes. Central Catholic, 6. Southport, 1. And again, we do thank you for tuning in. And we'll mention National High School leaders. I wrote these down. National High School leader in batting average, 780. Willie Pena. Willie Pena from North Brunswick, New Jersey. It's North Brunswick Raiders High School. Raiders, there we go. Mendoza. Go Mendoza. And we'll also mention Willie Pena, that 780 batting average. That's in 16 games. 833 on base percentage. That's in 54 plate appearances, 41 at bats. He's got 19 runs scored, 13 RBI. 32 hits, 11 are singles, 7 doubles, 1 triple. And yes, Willie Pena has 13 home runs on the season. Home run leader in the nation has 19. That's senior class member Martin Shaler. Martin Shaler is from Atlanta, Georgia. He only plays baseball in high school. He's a center fielder. He's got 19 home runs with a batting average of .506. 118 plate appearances, 89 at bats. That's in 33 games. And there are a couple guys I have written down here from Indiana. Number 1 in the state of Indiana, Sean Dunlap, 9 home runs on the season. He's from Crown Point, batting .481. Number 2 in home runs, state of Indiana. That is Ian Taylor. Ian Taylor from Guerin Catholic. He has 9, batting .492. It's in 23 games. Ian Taylor is number 188 in home run department in the nation. And I will mention Sean Dunlap. He's 182 in the nation. Stepping into bat, top of the seventh inning, stepping in, number 27, Dylan Piercy, third baseman. First pitch in for a strike, the fastball. Jonah Gerke. Knights do have some bullpen down the road there, down the right field. Just getting loose. Next pitch in there, breaking pitch for a strike. Jonah Gerke gets ahead in the count, 0-2. Three hitter, number 27, Dylan Piercy. Here comes a wind in the pitch. Outside, ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right-handed batter, Dylan Piercy plays a good third base. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, swing and a miss. So he'll go down on strikes, and there are 1 out here in the top of the seventh inning. So stepping in, we're going to see the 4-hitter, number 24, Tristan Dudas. Tristan Dudas, he'll step in, left-handed batter's box. He's batting 328. That left-handed batter's box, 466 on base. First pitch, outside, ball one. Tristan Dudas, 19 hits, 13 singles, 6 doubles. And he has been hit by pitch 13 times. Here comes the pitch. Inside and low, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, and the ball's loose here from the bullpen area. Jonah Gerke, about the only one that saw it. He stepped off the back. So left-handed batter's box. Let's step back in. Tristan Dudas. Here comes the wide. Here's the pitch. We call that a strike. Let's say that was the inside edge. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here comes a pitch from Gerke. Swung on, ground ball up the middle. It'll be gloved by Mikey. I think Mikey fielded it. I think he tried to flip it on his way down back to L.J. Whitford. I thought that was an attempt they made. That was a pretty good attempt. You see that on a lot of ESPN highlights. So base hit off the bat of Tristan Dudas. And they give way to a pinch runner. Stepping in, 5-hitter, number 8, Robert Ludlow. Robert Ludlow has been busy in center field today. Robert Ludlow, he's played in all 22 games. 74 plate appearances, 68 at-bats. Batting .309 and a .365 on-base percentage. 21 hits entering this game. That ties him with Dylan Piercy at 21. Here comes the pitch, and square to bunt. Hold the bat back outside of ball. Snap throw to first base by Hopkins. Safe at first. As mentioned, playing first base now. He came in the last inning. I think it was the last inning. Is Colton Geyer. Working out a stretch. Now the set position. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. You're going to square the bunt. They put a bunt down foul right side out in front of the Knights dugout. And Coach Bourdonnais will field it. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Right-handed batter steps back in. Robert Ludlow. Where's number 8 for the Cardinals? Open stance. Here comes the pitch. Going to square the bunt. Pulls the bat back. It's a ball high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Robert Ludlow. Number 8. He's got 15 RBI on the season. He scored 8 runs. He's only been hit 1 time. 1 time hit by pitch. He'll square early. Here comes the pitch. He pulls the bat back. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Steps back in. A little bit of an open stance. Robert Ludlow. Out of the set, Jonah Gerke. Squaring the bunt. Here's the pitch. Pulls the bat back. Swings away. Swing and a miss. Count goes full at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 count, 1 out. Top of the 7th inning, it's a 6-1 contest. Knights in front. Albacete, here comes the pitch. Inside edge. You're going to say it was a strike. There's 2 outs. The next batter going to step in. It's going to be the 6th hitter. Number 1, Colin Matlock. Colin Matlock, I'll mention. He's a member of the junior class. Riley Matlock is a member of the senior class. Here comes a pitch. Outside a ball. Right-handed batter, Colin Matlock. Hit in all 22 games. 71 plate appearances, 62 at-bats. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Above the zone, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Number 1, Colin Matlock. 14 hits, 12 are singles, 2 are doubles. Albacete, here comes the 2-0. Breaking pitch finished upstairs, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Colin Matlock has 4 RBI. He has 11 runs scored, and he leads the team with left on base, 36. Pitch comes in, strike called. Outside half, knee high. That goes 3-1. 3 ball, 1 strike. Now a stretch, now the set position. Here comes the 3-1. Above the zone, ball 4. So that's going to put 2 on board to Southport. With 2 outs, Coach Bortney going to walk out, talk with his infield. And again, we'll mention today's ballgame is in parts being brought to you by Fritz and Fishers. That's Fritz and Fishers. They buy, they sell, they trade, they'll help you finance your car, truck, or SUV. They have preferred low mileage and one owner automobiles. They have 2 Hamilton County, Indiana locations. One is in Fishers at 8599 East 116th Street. The second one is Noblesville. It's between Noblesville and Westfield along State Road 32. And you can reach them by phone there. Noblesville location 317-773-2232. Or you can stop by on site, or you can visit online. You can visit and go online at home at fritzandfishers.com. FRITZ. Stepping in to Southport. 7 hitter number 3, TJ Duncan. Right fielder. 2 aboard, first and second base. Square to bunt. Pulls the bat back. The ball, snap throw to second base. Isaiah Hopkins. Strong throw off the glove of L.J. Whitford, picked up in center field. Shallow center field by Boyd Dick. 1 ball, no strikes. He'll step back in. TJ Duncan. He's played in 21 of the 22 games, batting .309. Left-handed batter's box. Albacete, here comes the 1-0. He just squared a bunt again. Pulls the bat back. Snap throw again, second base. Back safely. 2-0 count. 2 balls, no strikes. To TJ Duncan, he's played a good right field position in today's ballgame. Here in, looking at signals. Jonah Gerke, Albacete. There comes the 2-0, just square to bunt. Lets it go by, snap throw. Second base, Isaiah Hopkins getting some practice in. And that's the true statement. Might as well. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Out the set position, Jonah Gerke. Here comes the pitch, square to bunt. Foul ball. Up against the screen, left side. Count goes even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 on base for Southport, first and second base. Top of the 7th inning. Peering in, looking at signals. Out set, Jonah Gerke. Here comes the pitch. Outside a ball. 3-2 count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 7 hitter number 3, TJ Duncan. And out of set position. Jonah Gerke, time called by TJ Duncan. Probably a little bit of a quick pitch there. Probably wasn't going to be ready. So he granted time. He steps back in. 3-2 count. 2 outs. Out of set. Jonah Gerke. Here comes the pitch. Nope. They're going to pirouette, not make a throw. He'll step towards second, not make a throw. Just step back in. Jonah Gerke. 3-2 count. 2 outs. Out of set position. He'll check second base. Here comes the pitch. Be a ground ball, second base, fielded by Mikey Stapleton. He'll drop it, pick it back up, throw to first base, get the put out with Colton Geyer. And that's going to complete today's ball game. Final score today in 6.5 innings. Central Catholic 6, Southport 1. And again, we'll remind you with Southport Cardinals. Southport Cardinals will play again on Saturday, a 10 a.m. start. They will be at North Central. It'll be the Cardinals and the Panthers. It's on 86th Street. And again, we'll remind you Tuesday, the 26th, Southport will be at Eastern Hancock. And Southport, their first game that they'll play in the sectional will be the semifinal. Perry Meridian and Southport. It'll be Saturday, May the 30th at 7:30. And then the final game, championship game, at the Center Grove Sectional, Class 4A, Sectional 12, will be played on Monday, June the 1st at 6 p.m. And again, we'll also remind you, Central Catholic. Central Catholic will play on Saturday. That'll be May 23rd. We'll see what the start time will be. I'm guessing they're going to play. The rain is going to hold off. We'll see. We'll try to get that from Coach Bordney in post game. And 12 noon is a designated time for Saturday at Logansport. And then Monday, the 25th at 12 noon, Hamilton Heights. Huskies will be right here with Central Catholic. And then on Tuesday, Central Catholic will play at Perry Meridian. Perry Meridian will be the home team. The game will be played at Holder Field. Holder Field. So check that out. That's a 6 o'clock game on Tuesday, the 26th. And we do thank you for tuning in. We thank my wife. My wife, if you didn't know, she prints a lot of rosters and she makes things much simpler. And I don't know what I'd do without her. So she's a great one. So we're going to bow out of here. But first, we're going to talk to Coach Borden here in a moment. But we'll let you know that no matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep the fire burning. And we're post game going to talk to Coach Bourdais. Coach Bourdais, and chilly night, but a great day for baseball.
Yeah, he's nice to play. Good quality team. Southport had a couple good arms, and I thought we did some things. Came through with some big 2-out hits, and I thought both of our pitchers threw really well. Gus really threw well his first 2 innings, and then Jonah, who hasn't been up on the mound for a while, really I thought had a nice outing.
What their catcher Matlock, he had a .949 fielding percentage.
Yeah, he's good. He has a strong arm. He's going to play in college, and they had a couple of college players out there and some really good athletes. So, yeah, good win for us, and we're excited to have the opportunity to go play Logansport again on Saturday.
Logansport, they're calling for rain all night Friday night, but Saturday morning it's supposed to stop. Is there a chance that the game will not start until a little bit later?
If it's not raining, we'll play. It's on turf, so I think we'll be able to start on time. And we have some good teams here down the stretch to help us get prepared for the tournament, and that's going to pay off next week.
Yeah.